Hello, my lovelies. Elsie here to do your reading. It is the sneak peek for this week. How are you? I hope you're well. Welcome to the new week. Thank you so much for clicking here. I appreciate you if you're coming back, and if you're brand new, I hope you'll stay. So I've got 12 decks here. I'm going to read a few minutes for each of the signs with each of these decks. I'm going to mark everything down below in the description so you can just scroll this video to find what it is that you're looking for in terms of energies. I'm just going to ask you to please stop watching tarot just for your sun sign. You guys know that looking at tarot for your personality isn't telling you a damn thing. So what makes you the kind of Taurus, Aquarius, or Pisces that you are, that is your moon and your rising. That's what influences your sun sign. So please, natal charts are free everywhere. You don't even need your exact time of birth. If you have it, it's absolutely optimal, but you can still get your sun, moon, and rising based on the information that you feed into the natal chart, even if you don't have your exact time of birth. All right, so let's get to it here. What else do I have to tell you today? I think it's just that private reads are open. If you're interested in that, whether you want to read live, or if you want me to read for you live, or if you want me to read for you in a pre-recorded reading, please take a look at the pinned comment down below. Everything that you need is there. I've also been doing extended readings on the weekly readings, and I'm putting all the extendeds in the membership area. So if you're interested in getting access to all my extendeds for one small price a month, then please check that pinned comment. All right, let's find out what's going on for you, Aries. Let's start with you, Aries, sun, moon, rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Let's find out what's going on for Aries. My fire family, I hope you're good. Tell me about Aries. I think pretty soon Saturn's moving into your sign. Go check with an astrologer to see what that means. Things are changing. Tell me about Aries. Boy, you've had it this year, haven't you? You have. Let's find out what's going on for Aries, please. Aries, we start with the Five of Swords in reverse. Look, if the Five of Swords is coming up in your reading, it might as well be in the reverse. I like it because to me the Five of Swords is about reconnection, or it's about giving up a grudge, or deciding I don't want to fight anymore. Let's repair this. We do have the Nine of Cups. I feel like this is the sort of mood that you're in, and I don't think it's a phase or a passing mood. I feel like the Nine of Cups is actual inside out kind of happiness is what it is. So I feel like you have found a way, or realized, or you came up with the magic elixir that makes you happy from the inside out. So the nines are always about doing it yourself, building it yourself, doing something on your own. And I think that the Nine of Cups is telling me that you know how to be happy on your own. And therefore, the Five of Swords appears and says, you know what? I don't even want beef with you anymore. I don't really care what we were arguing about. I just want to reconnect. I just want to forgive and forget. Let's just carry on where we were. Because when you are happy, you're happy with the people around you. You're a lot more forgiving. And it's only when we are miserable inside that we can't forgive on the outside. Tell me more about this for Aries, please. We have the World card. Yes, so you did close a chapter. It looks like you closed a chapter in your life of holding grudges, is what it feels like here. I don't want to hold grudges anymore. Life is too short. I just need to be happy. It's time for me. I feel like this is a really big milestone for you, Aries, that you're just deciding, you know what, I just don't want to do this anymore. And anybody who comes at me here is going to get the Page of Wands. They're going to get the refreshed, excitable, ready to take a leap of faith version of me. I'm no longer going to be holding people at bay, ignoring people. I feel like you just want to have a happy life, and I feel like that's the decision that's being made with the World card here. The Page of Wands tells me, you know what, I may even be reaching out to some people and saying, hey, how you doing? I haven't talked to you in a while. Tell me about the Five of Swords. We've got the Three of Cups. I like it. Look, because I feel like there's possibly these are people that you see in a social setting. They could be in your social group. It feels like the Three of Cups is telling me not only about reunion or about happiness and celebration, but honestly with the Five of Swords in the reverse and the Three of Cups, it's like, you know what? When we see each other at a gathering, when we see each other at the family dinner, when we see each other at the social gathering, I'm just going to say hi, and I'm going to smile at you. And it doesn't mean you have to be their best friend, but it does mean that you can coexist with people in a space as an adult where you just don't have to really have anything to do with them, but you can also put them at ease with the Five of Swords in the reverse. We've got the Page of Pentacles. This is a new day. It's a new start. It's a brand new offering, I think, that you're giving other people. It's a brand new way of dealing with things in the 3D. That's why the Angel of the Night is here. So this deck, that is a card that is specific to this deck. The Angel of the Night comes to tell you that the hard times are over, that you have gone through some sort of dark night of the soul. And the Angel of the Night, it actually gets me a little bit weepy when I see it show up in a reading, because it doesn't often show up when I use this deck. And so the Angel of the Night is telling you, look, it's time for you to forgive. It's time for you, maybe not so much forget, but it's time for you to forgive. It's time for you to release it and let it go. Dark night of the soul is over. Your dark time is over. The Page of Pentacles is telling me that this is a brand new you, a brand new offering. It's brand new you in the 3D with the Three of Cups. And it's all because the Five of Swords is in the reverse. It's like a change of attitude. You've closed a chapter of terrorizing yourself with not being level with people, like level-headed, I'm going to say. The Eight of Cups is in the reverse, and I like that, because to me the Eight of Cups in reverse is reconnection. It's also, I walked away, but now I'm walking back. This whole thing says reconciliation, and listen, reconciliation, tarot readers who only read for love have trained you to think that it's only for love, and this isn't. It can be family, it can be friends, it can be love, but it feels like reconciliation. And what reconciliation means, if you look it up in the Webster Dictionary, is reconciling something, coming to a time and place where we're just going to be okay with each other. We're going to reconcile it. We're going to figure out what we did wrong so we don't do it wrong again. And we're going to go our separate ways and be able to coexist in this world, in this group, in this family. We've got the Ten of Swords. I love it. Aries, this is a really great reading here. Somebody here has finally decided, you know what? I'm just going to speak my truth. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be truthful. It feels like you went through some sort of a reckoning, like you hit rock bottom. It's like I had up too many walls or too many gates, and I couldn't keep track of who was allowed to come in and out. And now I'm just across the board. I'm just saying, you know what? I'm just going to speak my truth, and the people who want to release me can release me. And that's just the way it's going to be. And look, the King of Swords is somebody who is going to be truthful and honest, somebody who's going to speak in factual things. I'm not going to let my feelings get in the middle of it. But the Ten of Swords tells me, look, I'm just going to release what I need to release, and I'm just going to be very honest with people. This is a change in your life. I love that. The Wheel of Fortune is here. So there are so many things that are changing for you here, but I feel like what's changing specifically and mostly is your mind, because the wheel is here with the King of Swords. So I feel like you're changing your mind. I feel like you're letting things go. The Ten of Swords is, yes, it can be feeling like you've been betrayed. It can be all those negative things, but honestly, when we get to the Ten of Swords, it can also be positive, which is, I'm just going to release it. I'm just going to let it go, and I'm going to release it. Because as we travel toward the Ten Swords, it can look pretty daunting, but if we decide to just release it and just try and get things back to normal, I feel like that's what you're doing here. And you're not doing it for anybody else, Aries. I don't think that it means that you lose if you allow somebody in your space without giving them the evil eye or being mean to them or arguing with them. I think that you're just sort of releasing it and letting it go because it's better for you to do it that way. Aries is about the self. It's better for you, Aries, to change and just to allow people to be around you as they want to or as they don't. You get to let them come and go as they will. The outcome here is the Queen of Wands. Big, bold moves. I love it. The Six of Pentacles is here, and then we have the Two of Pentacles. So look, it's a decision that you made that I'm no longer going to be breadcrumbing people. I'm no longer going to be breadcrumbed. I'm no longer going to be giving more than they're giving me. I'm going to mirror them, and whatever they give me, if they give me little bits, I'll give them little bits. If they give me a lot, I'll give them a lot. I think that that's a decision that you're making in the 3D. Two of Pentacles is here. We've got the 6 and the 2, which is 8 Pentacles, and 8 Pentacles is about self-mastery. This is something that you have finally mastered here. And I think that the Queen of Wands is very independent, very bold in what they do, and very honest with the King of Swords here. So I feel like you are deciding to be fiery, independent. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. I'm going to be the weird me. And if you guys can't handle it, I'm just going to say, look, if you don't like the way I speak, you don't like what I do, then you're free to walk away. But I'm not going to have any hard feelings about you walking away. I'm not going to feel any type of way about it. I kind of love it. It's a reconciliation with the self. It's a reconciling of your feelings. And then you don't have to keep track of anything anymore. You can let people come and go as they want, and you can just be you. What's coming up around the corner for Aries? We've got the Magician, we've got the Nine of Pentacles, and we've got the Six of Wands. It's, I feel like you have realized that you are far more powerful, confident than you realized you were. The Six of Wands is here, and that's why you're getting the victory. It's like you're finally stepping over some sort of imaginary finish line. It feels like victory and success. Look, the reading that I just did for you, it was about success. That was about this past week. Actually, I read it last week, so it's going on this week. It is about success. It was, how can you handle this much success? I think this is why, Aries. I feel like you've had a change of mind. I feel like the Magician and the Nine of Pentacles tells me that you have realized you've got all the resources, you've got all the tools, you've got all the power. You can manifest whatever you want, and what you are manifesting at this time is success, is victory, confidence. I can do it by myself. I don't really need anyone around me to give me kudos and hand claps. I don't really care. Bottom of the deck, we have the Sun. How beautiful is that? Aries, I don't know if there's a better reading that I've had for you in quite some time. You're the one taking action. The Sun is here. You see everything with great clarity now. You are on your own path. The King of Swords is a lone wolf, right? The King of Swords is Aquarius, but also Gemini and Libra. But Aquarius is a lone wolf. It's like, I'm just going to do my thing. And if you guys don't like that I do my thing, then it is what it is. Kind of love that. I love this. That this came out in your reading, because look, there's 79 cards in this deck, and that one popped out. I think it's pretty cool. All right, so we do have Leo energy a couple of times. We have Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, as well as Sagittarius. We have Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. We have Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, and Leo. We have Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo energy. All right, I like it. I like it a lot. Where are we going now? We're going to go to Taurus. Well, Taurus, it's been a beautiful season. Thank you for this beautiful season. Happy birthday to you. If you are right on the cusp here, my auntie is right on the cusp, and it's her birthday today. And she is one of my favorite people. So I hope that you are sharing a birthday with one of my favorite people. Let's find out what's going on for you, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. It's probably going to be the last reading for your season. Tell me about Taurus. What's coming up this week? Sneak peek for this week. Next 7 days for Taurus. Taurus, we have the Five of Wands here. Some indecision. It's like you're in a tug and pull with the self. What's going on here? Got the Six of Wands. So it feels like I can have the victory if I want it, but do I really want it? Is that really what I want to do with my time and my energy? It's like you're in this tug and pull of what you want to do with your time and your energy. Do I really want to give somebody all my energy, or do I not want to give somebody all my energy? Look at all this fire here. We could be talking about a fire sign, Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. Maybe you have a fire placement, but we have the 4 and the 6, which is 10, right? So it looks like, I feel like you're ready to let something go. You're ready to just drop it. You're ready to let something go or someone go, a situation, a job, or a person. And I feel like you're right now in the Five of Wands, like, is this really what I want to do? Because you know, and I know that you know, because I'm a Taurus sun as well, that when you make a decision, you never go back. So I feel like you're really thinking something out. You're sort of in the middle of making a decision, because I think that you think that when you make the decision, it will be victorious. It will be a successful and good decision. But I feel like you're making a decision possibly for some of you about a person who's been giving you a lot of attention. And I think that you're sort of on the edge of maybe saying to them, I don't think we can do this. I don't think this is what I want. Tell me more about Taurus. We have the Page of Pentacles, and I feel like the thing about Taurus is you're like a Gen Xer. You don't do it in text. You don't do it over the phone. You do it face to face. You're just going to go to that person's house and say, look, I made my decision. Taurus not scared, right? Taurus just gonna say it to your face. So I feel like this is also the Page of Pentacles is telling me that somebody has given you an offer or is about to give you an offer. It could be someone from the past, Taurus. I'm just gonna say that has been showing up as an energy in the collective Taurus readings lately. So it feels like somebody could be showing up. They could be a Leo. an Aries or a Sagittarius. But it feels like this is you, grounded, really looking at it. I don't think that you're off the cuff or saying, okay, that's it. I'm not just going to say no, like quickly. I feel like you are in this Page of Pentacles energy, seeing that it's a very small offer that's being given to you and not really sure if it's going to be worth your time and energy. Tell me about the Five of Wands, please. Why are you going back and forth here? Because the devil is here. Okay. Because there's doubt. You have doubt about this person. They could be someone who struggles with being honest with you. They could be someone who struggles with an addiction. They could be someone who is someone that you just don't trust. You don't really have a basis of trust with this person. We do have the Eight of Cups. This person is someone who is quite detached, I would say. And I think that you've already let them go, quite honestly. I feel like emotionally you've already let them go. One more card, please, for Taurus. And we have the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, you've already let them go. You've already disconnected and left them out on the outside looking in here. And I feel like there could be somebody who might be trying to, oh, okay, hang on. Somebody trying to come back, I was going to say. And then all of a sudden, I heard in my head the song by Dua Lipa called New Rules. You need to listen to that song. What does she say? If you're getting under him, you're not getting over him. So, and that goes for you masculines as well. So I feel like it feels like there's somebody who might be coming back, Taurus. That's what it feels like. Someone who's going to try and get back into your life. And although the devil energy can also be very sexy, very taunting, very, very tempting, right? It can be a tempting energy, very sexy, alluring with all this fire here. And so it might be hard for you to say no, but I think that you've probably you're emotionally detached from this person, or under the full moon. We've got the full moon up here with the Eight of Cups, that under the full moon in Scorpio, maybe you just release them in a ritual or let them go. But I feel like according to you, this is already done. But I feel like this person is gonna try and take one more run at you here. We've got the Strength card. So you're standing in your strength here. You're holding back and you're like, nuh-uh. Nope, I don't think so. Ten of Pentacles. This person is going to offer you everything. They're going to say, look, I know it didn't work last time, but it could work this time. I plan on just finding my last person, staying with my last person. I just want to be with you forever, Taurus. And we have the Page of Cups. Can we begin again? Can we try again? Can we start again? Do you still have feelings for me? This person is wondering if you still have feelings for them, Taurus, and it feels like they're going to, they're looking at you with the Ten of Cups, and honestly, I think that they're legit with this Ten of Cups energy, but I don't think you trust it, because I feel like you've already noticed this pattern, and I feel like you're just not into going back into an old cycle, is what it feels like here. We do have the Eight of Pentacles, and it's because you've been working on yourself. You've been working really hard to love yourself. Page of Cups with the Eight of Pentacles is the self-mastery part of it, and the Page of Cups is the beginning of loving yourself. I feel like you're not going to say no to this person because of all the things that the devil brings, but you're going to say no to them because you love yourself. It feels like you've got a better relationship with self, and you're just not going to allow somebody to come in and wreck all that hard work. Tell me what the outcome is here, Taurus. We've got the Six of Cups, and that's the hard part. The hard part is that this person is someone that you have a history with. This is someone you could have family with, you could have children with. This is somebody who is in your memory bank, right? And you have a history with this person. Feels like they are probably going to try and manipulate your emotions and your feelings. So this person, when they come in, the Magician is here with the Six of Cups, and to me that I'm manipulating our memories. Look, we have a lot of time together. We can try this again. Look, I'm healed. We can make it work. It feels like somebody here is using every possible emotional manipulation that they can use in order to get back into your life. We've got the Nine of Wands. They still are the wounded warrior, Taurus. They have not healed. They keep telling you that they have, but they're the wounded warrior. And look, we all become the wounded warrior in our lives at some point, but this Nine of Wands energy is something this person is not able to get out of. So they're still living in trauma. They still haven't healed themselves. They haven't been to therapy. They haven't done anything that that is something that is going to help them grow. They're still in the Nine of Wands, Taurus. And I think that they're coming to you because they think that you'll help heal them. But please, I'm just going to say, whether you're the feminine or the masculine, stop falling in love with potential. Because people got to do their own thing for themselves before they do it for you. You can't be the hospital for sick men and women. You can't do that. We've got the Temperance card. We've got the Tower. And we've got the Ace of Swords. I really do feel that this is a test. It feels like this is a test. It's like whenever we're about to begin a brand new chapter in our lives, whenever we're about to change vibrations, the universe is always going to bring the past back to see if you have healed from it. And so I think that's what this test is. So we've got the Tower and the Temperance card. And I feel like it's almost like a healing tower is what I want to say. That yes, it's going to shake you. Yes, it's going to be a shock or a surprise that this person shows up or tries to communicate with you or contact you. But I feel like it's because you're about to change vibrations, or you're about to change chapters in your life. And so the universe is always going to bring back something from the past to see if you really have healed from it. And that's the only way that we know if we're ready for the new chapter, right? Is if we do say no, and we say it with a kind heart, not just saying to them, you're the damn devil and all this kind of stuff, because that's bringing bad karma on you. I feel like that this tower it's shocking, but I feel like it's a healing tower. This tower is meant to heal you. All right. Cards are falling all over. There we are, Queen of Swords. That was the test. So the test is you. Can you stand up for yourself? Can you liberate yourself from this situation finally? Can you make that decision, or will you stay stuck here? So the Two of Swords is about being stuck. When the swords are in the air, for me, when the two of them come up, it's about being stuck, not being able to make a decision, but knowing that there's a path. I can go this way or that way. So I feel like the Queen of Swords is telling me that some of you are going to liberate yourself and say, you know what? No, I can't do it. I'm just going to be honest and truthful with you that I don't think this is going to work, and I don't want to go through another cycle with you. So we do have the Knight of Pentacles. The thing is I feel like you waited for this person for a really long time, but I also feel like you have now this new respect for yourself, this new long-term respect for yourself, that you're waiting for all 10 pentacles, not waiting for someone who's going to lie to you about giving you all 10 pentacles, hopefully get into your life so you can heal them, because then they end up taking whatever they don't have, they'll take it from you, whether you're the feminine or the masculine. If they don't have masculine energy, they'll take yours. If they don't have feminine energy, they'll take yours. If they don't have money, they'll take yours. So, it's be careful. Be careful with who you let back in. I'm just going to say, some of you are going to go on the old path, and that's okay. Look, it's okay if you haven't learned the lesson yet. We have Capricorn. We have Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. We have Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, Scorpio. We have Sagittarius. We have Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo energy. Virgo showed up on the bottom of the deck. I feel like this is someone that you waited for a while, Taurus, and now when they're coming back, you're over it. Yeah, that song, you need to listen to it. Dua Lipa is New Rules, is what it's called. Okay, let's find out what's going on for Gemini. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Gemini. Gemini, just take a sip of my tea. It's ceremonial matcha, but it's called cinnamon roll. It's very good. All right, let's find out what's going on for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Gemini, don't forget private reads are open. If you want that information, please go to the beginning of this video. There's a timestamp. If you need more information, look in the pinned comment. Tell me about Gemini. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. It's coming up in the next 7 days. Sneak peek for this week for Gemini. Okay. We've got the Four of Swords. Feels like you've been healing from something, possibly, Gemini, or trying to get your mind straight. The Four is for me, your stability. And it feels like there's something that you're trying to get stabilized here. Some of you might be healing from some sort of emotional thing. It feels like with the King of Swords here that you are, it feels like it could have been an argument or a fight. King of Swords brings one sword. We have 4 swords here. Could have been an argument or a fight. Doesn't have to be, but it also could be intrusive thoughts. Maybe you're just trying to heal from thinking about what went on back there. I think with the King of Swords, it's like you're mastering this. So this could be meditation. The Four of Swords could also be meditation. He feels like you're mastering something. And the King of Swords, the kings are all, they've mastered something. And this particular king has mastered the mind. So I feel like that's what you're trying to do. This week is you're trying to master your thoughts or master the mind. You're trying to heal the thoughts is what it is. You're trying to take charge of the thoughts so you're not dealing with the intrusive thoughts that just show up when they want to. It feels like you're trying to heal the self, heal the mind. This is all air energy. Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. We've got, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. We've got Aquarius here, right? We've got all swords so far. So it feels like it is going to be, there we go, the Eight of Swords is here. So it looks like it's going to be a week of you trying to figure out how you are going to release yourself from this mental prison. I feel like you might be spending a lot of time by yourself, or maybe just pulling back your energy and not really talking to people. I don't think you're doing it for any terrible reason. I think you're doing it for a really good reason, which is you're trying to master the mind. It feels like... with the star energy here, trying to heal your thoughts, heal the mind. Maybe you're just trying to give your mind a break by trying to learn some meditation. Feels like you're just trying to get out of this mental place, this mental imprisonment that you've had yourself in. We have the Chariot. We have the Ten of Wands in the reverse and the Devil in the reverse. So the Devil in the reverse is about the release, but the Ten of Wands in the reverse is about you being reluctant to release something. So sometimes when we have dealt with a lot of chaos, we're comfortable in the chaos. We don't really like and that's why sometimes people can't meditate, is because they can't quiet the mind, because they like the chaos, they're comfortable in the chaos. And so it's hard to get away from that chaos. I think for you, Gemini, that might be true. You are the overthinker of the bunch. I mean, all of the air signs are overthinkers, but you're especially an overthinker. Your mind just does not stop working. We do have the Chariot here. And so it's an encouragement of you to get your energies in order, to get balance of the mind, I feel, is what your task is going to be for this week. We got the White Horse and the Dark Horse. And so that's masculine and feminine energies. Excuse me. We've also got somebody here who's on top of the Chariot trying to keep their balance. So I feel like there is something that you're holding on to that you don't want to let go of because it is comfortable chaos for you. And it feels like the Devil in the reverse is telling me that you're releasing something, that you're trying really hard to release something or let something go. Tell me more about Gemini, please. We've got the Queen of Cups. We've got the Page of Swords. And we've got the Seven of Pentacles. It does feel like you're trying to release something that was deeply emotional for you. It feels like maybe you have a connection with somebody that is a psychic connection or an empathic connection, a deeply emotional connection here. And it feels like you're trying to sort it out. You're trying to figure it out. We got the Page of Swords here. And the Page of Swords is the one in the group who is the student, who's trying to learn about how to release this deeply emotional wound or deeply emotional trouble thing that has got you all up in your head. The Seven of Pentacles is, I've got to grow from this. Be patient with yourself. That's also the Seven of Pentacles. Reassessment is also the Seven of Pentacles. So I feel like you're reassessing some sort of situation you've been living in your mind over and over again. But the good thing is we have 4, 5, 6 swords, and that's about moving on. So I feel like this is a time right now, time and a place where you're by yourself, figuring it out. The Seven of Swords is here. The Seven of Pentacles tells me that you're ready to... with a new intention, because the Seven of Pentacles is also throwing seeds of intention and then being willing to put a lot of work into it. So I feel like you're putting a lot of work into taking care of your mind, maybe learning how to meditate, trying to let go of some sort of deep emotional wound that you might have, trying to release that this week. And we've got the Fool. You're going to do it. You're going to have... you're going to be able to release it because the Fool is here. I feel like it's excitement about opening a new chapter, but I feel like you're closing the chapter in the right way. It feels like you're closing it in the right way here with this, with this Four of Swords energy here. So I feel like you're going to be successful here. Tell me what the outcome is, please, for Gemini. This new chapter is here for you, Gemini, and I feel like it's time for you to walk through the door. We've got the Nine of Swords. We've got the Seven of Wands. and we've got the Strength card. So holding back and creating boundaries and not allowing the words, the actions of other people to get in your way. I feel like what you're doing here is you're creating a protective bubble. We can see this person is in the pink bubble. If you don't know what that means spiritually, please Google it. But somebody here is practicing meditation, and that's what I was saying. I feel like you're trying to learn how to meditate, to practice yourself, practice meditation to so you can put up your boundaries here. The Seven of Wands is standing up for yourself. It's boundaries. It's like, I now have to do things that I have to do for me, whether people are going to like it or not. The Seven of Swords tells me that there still is stuff that's weighing on your mind, a little bit of heavy stuff that's weighing on your mind. But I feel like that the Nine of Swords is here with the King of Swords, which gives me 10, which tells me you're on your way to releasing something that was really attached to you, codependency, people's opinions, whatever it was. But we have the Strength card here. I feel like you are gaining strength in your boundaries this week. Tell me what is just around the corner for Gemini. We've got the Five of Wands. Got the Five of Pentacles, and we got Justice. Look, something is changing quickly here. When I see more than one five in a reading, to me, it's something that's changing quickly. The Five of Wands is here, arguing with the self, fighting with the self. It's the internal struggle, right? And you're doing it by yourself, alone, detached from people. And you are going to get justice. You are going to get, right now, I think you're at the end of some sort of karmic cycle is what it feels like, Gemini. You're at the end of a karmic cycle and you're about to release something. You're about to come back into balance, I feel. And it's because you're being honest with yourself that you just need to release yourself from the people around you so you can release whatever it is that you've been holding on to. I feel like it's deeply emotional, and I feel like this is a time when you've got to do all of this by yourself. It is all in a manner of growth. So the reason you're doing it, you have to do it all by yourself, like I said, and that's what the nines are about. The nines are about doing it by yourself. No one else is going to help me. It's going to be a lot of hard work, but I'm going to do it by myself. And from that, there is going to be growth. I feel like it'll be rapid growth for you because we do have the Knight of Wands. You're brave. It's also telling me you're brave and you're ready to take some sort of a risk and just jump into this healing. Yep, Ten of Pentacles is on the bottom. We do have Aries energy. We have Libra. We have Libra, we've got Libra Aquarius. We've got Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. More Scorpio energy here. We've got Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. We've got Cancer energy here as well as Sagittarius. All right. Let's take a look at Cancer. Tell me about Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Cancer, don't forget, private reads are open. If you are interested in that, please go back to the beginning of this reel, the timestamp, and you'll get some details there, or look in the pinned comment. Live or pre-recorded readings for private readings. Tell me about Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Cancer. Next 7 days, Cancer, we've got the Page of Cups in the reverse. Why is that? Page of Cups in the reverse. Got the Nine of Cups in reverse. More cups. And more cups. Oh my goodness. So it's going to be a really very emotional week for you here. I feel that it feels as though you've been detached from your happiness. I feel, Cancer, that for some of you, not all of you, of course, somebody here is not listening to their intuition. I feel like you feel the Ten of Cups is elusive. Ten of Cups is Pisces energy also. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer is here. I feel like you feel that the Ten of Cups is somewhat elusive. I feel that you've gone out looking for it because it almost feels like, Cancer, that no matter what relationship you're in, it feels like you leave that relationship to go find something else. And I'm not saying anything bad about that. What I'm saying is you're just not happy. You feel unsettled. And so I think that you're unsettled because you're actually listening to what the people that are outside of you are saying instead of listening to what you are saying on the inside. And so I think that the Page of Cups in the reverse is telling me that it's a false start. It's a false start because I'm not listening to my intuition. I keep leaving places. I keep detaching from people emotionally to go look for my 10 cups. But what I don't see here is 2 cups, because the 8 cups is here, which tells me you're unsettled or I don't want to settle. And I don't see 2 cups here. Maybe we'll see it eventually. We do have temperance energy here. So what you need is healing. What you need is to hold off, hold back, wait for a moment of alchemy, wait for the intuition to speak with you, and go with your gut. Look, I know a few Cancers, and the few Cancers that I have don't believe they have this really good intuition. You might not be that person. Maybe you really do listen to your intuition, but mostly they're too logical. Like Cancer is very logical, right? And so mostly they're kind of logical, and it is, I don't believe that this intuition thing is a thing. And I think that because you don't believe it, that you keep wandering about. You keep getting into what you think is wish fulfillment, and then you disconnect from it, looking for the 10 cups because the 9 cups is here. And you're like, no, I don't want the 9. I don't want the 8. I want the 10. So you go out looking for it again, but you're not finding it because you're not listening to your intuition. So I really do feel that you are looking for something long-term. We could be talking about a long-term career, a long-term business, a long-term relationship. But when you're not listening to your intuition, it's not just in love. It's in all things. I feel like you doubt your intuition, and you're not listening to yourself. You might be getting advice from other people around you. The 4 of Cups is here. Tell me more. We have the 4 of Swords. I feel like this asking other people for their opinions about things might be the comfort zone. And the 4 of Swords is here. I feel like you really need to learn how to meditate. It feels like you need to learn how to meditate or be by yourself, be with your own thoughts, be in the silence, and learn how to calm or quiet the mind. The only way that you can hear your intuition is if you quiet the mind. I feel like it's, I feel like the, listening to what other people tell you to do is sort of a comfort zone, because then you don't have to blame it on yourself if it doesn't work. You can blame it on somebody else. Tell me what else is going on for Cancer. We've got the Page of Wands. Got the Queen of Cups. So I think that you do want love. I think that you do, either if it's not love, it's like you're trying deeply to feel your emotions. You're trying to listen for the intuition. It feels like the Page of Wands tells me, with the Page of Cups in the reverse, tells me you're at the very beginning of that. So you're at sort of a child stage of not really trusting your thoughts and trusting your feelings here. And I think that you want to do that. I feel like you're open to it with the Page of Wands being in the upright. I feel like that excites you. If I could just make my own decisions without worrying about what that one's thinking and what that one's thinking, if I could just go with my intuition, that would be great. We have the Queen of Pentacles. So I feel like you're in this battle with yourself. And the battle, I feel, is... I always say that you're the Taurus of the water signs, and so we've got the Queen of Pentacles here, and so it feels like you're sort of arguing with your emotions and your ability to have stability. So it feels like you're open to something that is emotional, but ultimately you're looking for stability. I feel like you get very serious, or you don't necessarily. It's like you throw your intuition out the window because passion gets involved, excitement gets involved. You see the Queen of Cups, you see the emotion coming at you, the person that has got deep emotions or deep feelings for you, and you get very excited. I feel like you're in a battle between head and heart, it feels like, because the earth signs are quite logical, right? It feels like you're in a battle of head over heart here. We have the 9 of Swords. Yeah, it is a worry. Is this going to be it? Is this going to work out? I feel like it's a case of no boundaries. I don't see the boundaries. It's also a case of possibly wondering, am I making the wrong decision because you don't trust your intuition? It feels like you're always in a battle with your head and your heart, or your practicality and your emotions. I feel like maybe you get to this place of the Page of Wands, you're attracted to somebody, you see the potential, and then all of a sudden your practicality takes over and you're like, uh-oh, am I making the wrong decision? And it's just because you're not listening to your intuition. Tell me what the outcome is for Cancer, please. We've got the King of Cups. Okay, so there's your answer, right? The answer is you've got to become emotionally available. You've got to learn to trust your psychic energy, your intuition, your empathy, your empathic energy. You have to learn, you have to grow up from the page. And that's when you will find your mate. When you can mirror this energy as the King of Cups, that's when you know that you're making the right decision. But first you must grow your intuition so you can stop being stuck in your head, wondering, am I doing the wrong thing? Worrying, am I getting into the wrong thing? The Five of Pentacles is here. And so I feel like you're disconnected from your intuition. And so once you reconnect to your intuition, you'll no longer wonder and worry about whether someone is going to leave you on the outside looking in, because you're going to start entering into relationships thinking, is this person worth me? Like you all of a sudden you get a worth, you and it's not to say that you don't have self-worth, but when you have your intuition, you start wondering, is this person a page or are they a king? When you start thinking about the level of emotional value that they can bring to a relationship. Look, when you're a page, you can only offer the love of a page. When you're a king or a queen, you can only offer the love of a king or a queen. It's about emotions and levels of realization and wisdom in terms of love and emotions. Tell me what is around the corner, please, for Cancer. We've got Justice, we've got the Hanged Man in the reverse, and we have the Ace of Pentacles. Oh, look, we have the Wheel of Fortune. So I feel like you are going to be spending time in hermit energy, and I feel like it's going to change you. So the time you've been spending alone, doing the self-audit, not looking at whether you want a relationship or whether you want a new job or whatever it is. It's about the self-audit. Am I enough for me? And so I feel like something is going to change within you, and you're going to redefine, or you're going to reinvest in yourself. We've got the Hanged Man in the reverse, and we've got the Justice card. So I feel like this realization is coming to you. You will get your answer, but it is going to come to you after spending time in hermit energy and realizing you've got to change. You've got to change. Instead of asking other people, should I do this? Or asking a card reader or a psychic, should I do this? You have to start trusting your own intuition. It feels like something is going to change once you spend some time investing in yourself in hermit energy, but it is about the self-audit. A lot of people don't go into hermit energy because it's about the self-audit, and we don't want to look at ourselves and know that maybe we're doing something wrong. So I feel like you are going to have victory here, and we do have the Empress. So I feel like you are elevating your emotional, psychic, and empathic energy in this week here, it looks like. We've got Virgo energy. We've got Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, more Pisces, Libra, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. I said that. And yeah, lots of water energy. Leo is here as well. All right. Speaking of Leo, let's get to it, Leo. Tell me about Leo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. The next 7 days, sneak peek for this week for Leo. Leo, if you're interested in a private read, please look at the bottom comment, or you can go back to the beginning of this reel if you need more details. It's timestamp there. Tell me about Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Leo. Tell me about Leo. This week is the Lovers. You might have to make a choice. Tell me what the Lovers is about here. Have a choice in something. We've got the World card. Choosing to close a chapter here. The Ace of Pentacles is here, and the Seven of Cups. So this is going to be something that is hard for you to make a decision about. Now, inevitably, there's a chapter that's closing here, inevitably. And it feels like you are stuck between the Ace of Pentacles and the Lovers. It feels like there is some sort of change that's coming for you that's going to close a chapter. It's, should I make the choice to be with this person, or should I invest in this at all? I feel like the Seven of Cups is the confusion. I'm not really sure. I haven't used this deck in a while. I'm just looking here. Yeah, this person here is pointing to the Tree of Life. And So it's like, do I stay in this emotional confusion, or do I invest in the rest of my life? Do I invest in the rest of my life? I feel like the World card is telling me that either something is already shifted for you, something has already changed, or an old chapter has ended, and now you've got a choice to make. Do I invest in a person? Do I invest in the lovers? Do I make a choice about the next person that I'm going to date? Or do I invest in myself? It feels like there's confusion here with the Seven of Cups. Tell me what the lovers is, please. Got Gemini energy here, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo here. Also got some earth energy and some water. Tell me about the lovers, please. We've got the Fool energy. We've got the Wheel of Fortune. Wow. Big changes going on for you this week, Leo. And we've got the Three of Swords. So, Leo, I think you're making a choice. Your choice is, do I leave this relationship and head over to something different? It does feel like it could be a relationship. It could be job related as well with this Ace of Pentacles here. But I feel like this Ace of Pentacles is representing a blessing from the universe or something, a really big investment that you're intending to make. We do have the World card here, which indicates that something is shifting or ending, or the end of a chapter, which is opening up something brand new for you. And then right away, the Wheel of Fortune is here. So it feels like you are making some sort of really big change to get out of the Three of Swords energy, which is disappointment or heartbreak or third party stuff, possibly. Now, that's kind of the energy that I was getting here, because the Three of Swords for me can be third party. And I think that that's something you're ending or changing because of the lovers here, that you might want to invest in something that's more long-term, sturdy and steady. So I feel like for you, you could be releasing somebody or something, a situation or a chapter of your life. Could be a relationship. It doesn't have to be. It feels like you are about to make a really big decision here to end your life of third-party connections. And so that just means to me that you weren't ready to settle down. And so maybe you were dating, maybe you were with this one and that one, just trying to figure out who you want, what you want. I'm not saying anything bad about that, Leo. Everybody has to do that to figure out what's going on in their life and what they want. We do have the Knight of Cups. It is to do with something romantic here. We've got the Two of Pentacles. You're making a decision about romance. And I feel like that it's time for you to let go of the Three of Swords, because understand that the third party thing isn't just hurting them. It's hurting you as well. It's hurting you as well. And I feel like you're just realizing now that it's time for me to start some sort of partnership or get some stability or work on something, put some energy and work into something that is going to be a little more stable romantically here. I'm tired of being confused and overwhelmed. The King of Swords is here. It's time for you to make a head over heart decision about what you really want going forward. It's time for you to make a clear decision, a clear cut decision about what you want to do in terms of the Knight of Cups. Where do I want to give my romantic energy? We do have the Emperor here. So it's your decision. I feel like what you're trying to do is stabilize your life. It feels like you are somebody who carries a lot of things, I'm going to say, that your life is very busy. The Two of Pentacles is here with the Emperor. I feel like you carry it all. So the mortgage, the house, the car, the kids, you might be a single parent, whether you're feminine or masculine. It does feel like you're a person who makes all the hard decisions and all the easy decisions. You are trying to make, I feel like you've finally gotten stability, security in your life, maybe financially and in other things. And now it's time for you to stabilize your romantic energy here. That's what it looks like here. Tell me what the outcome is for Leo this week. We've got the Page of Swords. You've been watching somebody here, the Five of Cups and the Six of Swords. So it does feel like you want to make a move towards someone because you don't want to miss an opportunity. The Five of Cups is here, and it feels like as you watch someone here, you have regret that you didn't make a move. So I think that the Six of Swords is telling me you want to make a move. We've got the Chariot on the bottom of the deck. You're hiding feelings, but I do feel like you want to go towards somebody, or you want to talk to someone about the feelings that you've been harboring here. So I feel like it's telling me that you want to make a move before you have to live in emotional regret. And you have been watching someone from a distance or observing them. And I think it's because you've already closed a chapter in your life and you're ready to invest permanently somewhere. And you see somebody here as a good candidate for you. Tell me what is coming around the corner here for Leo. We do have the Eight of Wands. Oh, sorry, not the Eight, the Knight of Wands. We have the Two of Wands. And the Magician. So you are making a decision about the future. Three Wands here. I feel like because the Knight of Wands is looking into the past, I feel like this is past energy, and because it's right above the World card, it feels like this is what you put a stop to. It feels like you've closed a chapter of having third parties. You've closed a chapter of giving unstable energy or just having surface level relationships, which is just passion, right? Because fire burns out. So I feel like the Two of Wands is telling me that you're now taking action with this Magician energy. You've realized that you've got all the tools, that there is something that you've been dreaming about that you want to bring from the 5D to the 3D, something that you want to materialize in the 3D world here. One more card. I think it's this Lovers here. I think that's what it is. I think you want to invest in a solid long-term relationship is what it feels like. We've got the High Priestess. So you're listening to your intuition. We've got the Ten of Swords here, and you're releasing something else. So it feels like you're making some sort of a release. And we've got the Strength card, and we've got the Knight of Wands. Sorry, Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands. So things are about to move forward here after being stalled or holding back or not saying anything. I feel like in the future that you are taking some sort of action here and releasing something or someone. Maybe you're finally getting, it's Ten of Swords, so you're finally releasing this place where you feel that feel betrayed, or you can't get out of your head, or maybe you hit rock bottom on something. It could be that you're just burnt out. I feel like you've been holding back because you're burnt out. The Eight of Wands tells me things are about to move forward quickly here. The Moon is in the reverse. Something is being revealed to you here. Ten of Pentacles, that you do want the long-term relationship. All right. We've got Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. We've got Pisces energy. We've got Aries and Gemini, more Aries energy. We've got Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. We've got Capricorn energy. We've got we've got Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. We have Gemini energy. We've got Sagittarian energy as well. Five of Cups is Scorpio. We've got the Lovers, which is Gemini, and the Fool, which is Aries here. All right. Let's look at Virgo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me all about Virgo for this week, the next 7 days. Tell me about Virgo. Virgo, if you're interested in a private read, please look in the pinned comment or go back to the beginning of this video. It is time-stamped for you if you need more information. Tell me about Virgo, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. What's going on this week? Okay, we're right here. Three of Wands. You're thinking about the future and taking action on some sort of adventure. It's time for me to make a decision to maybe do something a little more exciting with my life in the future instead of waiting for things to happen. It feels like you are sort of looking out into the future, being very observant, or trying to figure out exactly what it is that is on your mind. What is it exactly that I want here? We do have the Three of Swords. I think what you're leaving behind is you're leaving behind sadness. You're leaving behind heartbreak. It feels like you may have had your heart broken by an empress, possibly. It does feel like that there possibly was a third party. The empress isn't the one who would get you into a third party because the empress has boundaries. So I'm going to have to say, unless you're the empress, that you're the person who possibly was in the third party. It feels like what you're trying to do is move on, move forward. I don't want to have to deal with heartache, heartbreak, or the feeling that, disappointment is what it feels like here. It feels like it's been disappointing. You need a more abundant life here. You're feeling lonely or disconnected from your thoughts possibly. It feels like you have a lot of things that you're thinking about, trying to get stability of the mind, but it feels like you haven't yet taken action. Tell me what the Three of Wands is. We have the Strength card. Yeah, you're holding back from taking action or doing something that you see as good and abundant for yourself in the future. We have the Seven of Wands. And we have the Ace of Wands. So you know what I think it is? I feel like there's a tower coming for you in the future that's from the bottom of the deck. And so it feels like the tower is going to bring you to a place of, I don't really care if there's competition out there. I'm just going to go ahead and do it. I don't care if I fall and scrape my knees. I don't really care. It feels like the Five of Wands is I'm no longer going to beat myself up. But I feel like there is some sort of a shocking shift coming in your life here. And I think it's because of the Seven and the Three Wands. It's the Ten of Wands. I feel like you're dropping some sort of heavy burden that you've been carrying. I really do feel like maybe the Empress broke your heart, or maybe that you are the Empress, because the Empress is Taurus and Libra, but I mean, it doesn't matter, right? You could embody the Empress energy, which is wisdom, which is solid, grounded energy, creative. You could be someone who is in this Empress energy. So it feels like you're having some sort of shocking revelation or idea. It feels like you are ready to maybe have a little bit of excitement in your life. It's time for you to maybe get a little more, have a little more excitement in your life, because I feel like you've been dealing with broken heart. You've been dealing with regret. I feel like you don't want to have regret, and so that's why you're looking at the Three of Wands into the future, looking at moving forward here. The Five of Wands in the reverse came back out again. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles. I feel like you have decided what you're going to do here is just go at it alone. It feels like you have decided, I'm not going to beat myself up. I'm not going to be in regret any longer. I'm just going to use the Ace of Wands. I'm going to try and grow from this, is what it feels like. I'm going to try and get on a more exciting path. Go out there and go on adventures on my own. Look, if you want to grow, travel by yourself. It feels like I feel like you feel bad because this didn't work out, whether you are the Empress or they are. It feels like it didn't work out. Heartbreak ensued. You're trying to figure it out. And it feels like what you're looking at is maybe I just need to go out on an adventure by myself so I can release some of this tension that I've been carrying, or maybe you've been blaming yourself for the situation. The Sun is here, and I like that because under the Sun, you have a clear understanding of everything. I really do feel that it gets rid of, that you start to see why you are feeling this regretful energy. You start to see why you were in this energy of beating yourself up about it. I feel like you realize with the Nine of Pentacles, you can do it on your own. You can go out on your own. You can do it on your own. The Sun being here is a breakthrough. It's a realization, but it's also a period of growth. And when the Sun is on the Nine of Pentacles, you are going to go through a rapid growth season here, is what it feels like. Let's look at what is the outcome, please. It's the outcome for Virgo. We've got the Eight of Cups. We've got the Moon energy. And we've got the Ace of Swords. I really do feel like it's shadow work. Again, the Tower is back at the bottom of the deck. I feel like it's shadow work is what it looks like here. The Moon energy is something that that's deeply troubling, and it's deeply troubling, and it's making you feel disconnected from your emotions. I feel like you are coming to a place of a realization, but not before you hit the Moon energy. It feels like by yourself, this goes from night to day, it feels like, but it feels like you first have to dive headfirst into whatever is in the darkness, whatever it is that you don't understand or you can't see, because things aren't as they seem. I feel like right now they seem that they're dark. You feel disconnected from your emotions, but I feel like if you decide to go on an adventure, and look, this doesn't have to mean that you get on a plane. You can go on an adventure of self, right? Figuring out yourself, figuring out, like, really being honest with yourself, right? That the swords are here. The Ace of Swords tells me you are going to be honest with yourself. It's the sword of truth. And you're going to get some clarity on why this thing didn't work out. And I really do believe that the universe moves things out of our way because we were going the wrong way. So I feel like this energy of the Tower and the Star energy is to heal you from your wounded warrior energy. And once you heal from that, then you've got the Two of Cups here and romance. So I feel like you're supposed to go on some sort of journey of self is what it feels like. It's going to shift your thinking. It's also going to be a period of healing, but I feel like you have to do it alone. And I think you're going to have that realization that it's not a relationship that you need. It's not a new job that you need. It's like the things that are going on in your life now are not the problem. The problem is that you need to see things clearer, and you need to do some things on your own and spend some time single so you can heal from the things that have not been working out for you. Sorry, I just about forgot to give you around the corner energies here. What's around the corner for Virgo? We do have the Four of Wands. We have the Knight of Swords. Yeah, rapid healing here. I feel like stability comes. The Wheel of Fortune is here. You go out on adventures. Life begins to expand. Things are changing. You're in a changing time of your life. And I feel like it's really imperative that you do a lot of that changing and healing alone. Things are working out in your favor. The Sun is here with the Wheel of Fortune. You're going through an ascension or an upgrade in your energy. Like to say the software upgrade. You're going through an upgrade in your energy. And I feel like a lot of things are changing for you because they're supposed to. It's divine timing and destiny that you change your direction or change how you feel about yourself. But I feel like you can't do that in a relationship. It's not the job. It's not a relationship. It's not everything on the outside. It's what's going on the inside. You've got to grow something on the inside. Grow your confidence. Grow how you feel, how you look. Grow the confident about how you look, how you feel, the money you make. Maybe you're going to start a business. There's something here that you need to do on your own, and it's going to expand your thinking here. And it is worrisome. I feel like you're like, but I don't want to be single right now. Well, maybe that's why you need to be single, because you need it. So I feel like it's worrisome, but I feel like you are going to get blessed from the universe, and opportunities are going to show up here that are going to change everything. Feels like things that you've been waiting for, something is about to change, and you're about to get big and small opportunities that are going to help you with this Wheel of Fortune energy. I feel like you're going to be getting some opportunities for change is what it looks like. We've got Leo energy, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo energy as well. Gemini, Leo, Scorpio. I feel like the Four of Wands is telling me that you're going to get your stability. We've got Libra and Taurus here. Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. All right. All right, Libra. Let's find out what's going on with you. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me what's going on in the next 7 days for Libra. If you are looking for a private read, please know they are open. Please look in the pinned comment or go back to the beginning of this video to get more details. I'm doing live and pre-recorded private reads. I'd love to talk to you. All right, here we go. Let's find out what's going on with Libra for the next 7 days. Sneak peek for this week. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Ace of Swords. Why is the Ace of Swords here? It feels like this week you're going to get clarity on something. You're going to have some sort of a realization, clarity, or triumphant moment, something that possibly you've been waiting on. We have the Seven of Swords. It's truth is what it is. We've got the Sword of Truth, and we've got the Seven of Swords. There's something that's been under the surface that you're going to get the truth on this week. The truth is coming to the surface, because these Seven Swords are pointing down, but this Ace of Swords is pointing up. Feels like this truth is coming to the surface, or the lies might be coming to the surface. Got the Page of Swords in the reverse. Something that had been hiding. Someone had been less than honest with you. Somebody had been lying to you. Look, for some of you, it could be a child. It could be an air sign child, possibly, that has been keeping something from you, whether that is someone who is underage or someone who's an adult. We have the Five of Cups. Oh boy. Oof. Libra, I feel like there is something coming to the surface, a truth, that I feel that somebody was not being honest with you. I feel like somebody was actually outright lying to you. And I feel like the Page of Swords is telling me that somebody was trying to deceive you with their words. Somebody who maybe said, oh yeah, I've got my eye on that, don't worry about it. And I feel like that's not the truth at all. I feel like what comes to the surface is something that doesn't make you very happy. We've got the Nine of Wands here. It might turn you into this wounded warrior energy. Whatever is showing up here, excuse me, whatever is showing up here is the truth. Whatever you're finding out, somebody was trying to keep something under the surface, and I think you found out. Or maybe somebody told you. Tell me why the Ace of Swords is here. We've got the Two of Pentacles. We've got the Page of Wands. And we've got the King of Cups. I feel like somebody is telling you about a decision someone made. It feels like you're going to get communication. So the Page of Wands is here. It feels like communication, which is probably through text or something like that, email. Usually for wands, for me, it's not phone calls. Swords are about phone calls, but I suppose the swords are here, so it could be a phone call as well. But it feels like it is about the King of Cups. So there is somebody in your midst here, I feel, Libra, who has been keeping something from you. The King of Cups is Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. They are somebody who's been hiding something. When you ask them on the surface, they keep it under wraps. Scorpio is really good with giving the stoic face. No matter what's going on underneath, they're not going to show it on the surface. It does feel like here that I feel like you're going to be upset or sad when you find out what this thing is. I don't think that it's anything that is hurting you. I feel like this upset, sad energy is that they didn't tell you up front, that you had to find out from someone else, that they have made a decision that doesn't include you, I feel. The Two of Pentacles is here with the Page of Wands. It feels like they made some sort of decision that doesn't include you, and maybe they just didn't say so. We've got the Ace of Cups. It could be, look, I see the King of Cups as mother or father. It could be your mother or father is beginning to date somebody and didn't tell you because maybe they think you're going to be upset. But the King of Cups is an emotional thing or a stoic face. Somebody is just not telling you about the Ace of Cups. It also could be, I'm not ruling out that this could be something romantic. Maybe somebody's been hiding their feelings from you. Tell me about the Ace of Cups. We've got the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. Someone is about to reveal or be very honest about their feelings, be vulnerable with their feelings here. Got the Page of Pentacles. It's about some sort of an opportunity. Tell me more. Got the Knight of Cups. It's a romantic opportunity. Look, I don't know if this is about you or about someone else, but it feels like whatever it is has been under the surface and somebody's been lying straight to your face. So I don't know if that is something you should be worried about. Some of you it might be, but I feel like for others of you, it might be that somebody has had harboring feelings for you and they haven't told you about it. I feel like somebody's going to come clean, or they're going to reveal their feelings or be a little more vulnerable and make some sort of an offer, a romantic offer to you. It feels like for others of you, if it's not a romantic offer, it feels like somebody's been keeping something from you. And I don't think you're going to be happy when it comes to the surface. Tell me what they've been keeping from Libra. So for those of you who are not in this romantic scenario here, tell me what this is that is going to be revealed. We've got the Wheel of Fortune. Something is changing here within the family, within your job possibly. We've got the Eight of Swords, which is in the reverse. So it feels like somebody is no longer stuck in the mind. I've now finally made a decision. Two of Pentacles is here. Ten of Pentacles is here. It feels like something is changing within the family and you don't know about it. So sometimes it could be when we're disconnected from our family, someone shows up pregnant and you don't know about it until you see them at the next family gathering and all of a sudden they're 8 months pregnant. Or somebody got married and they didn't invite you to the wedding. Like it feels like something has changed within the family or within your workplace, this 10 Pentacles, but it is long-term. So it's a long-term change. So somebody might have gotten pregnant or might have gotten into a long-term relationship. It could be a job that you've been at for a really long time. Someone has made a decision here. We've got the Hermit, and they've been keeping it under wraps. Look, I'm not going to keep reading about it because it keeps repeating itself. So it's going to be different for all of you. You can figure out whatever that is. You probably already know what I'm talking about. Tell me what the outcome is. We've got the Ten of Swords. We've got the Six of Cups. And we got the Strength card. So somebody's been holding back. It's like they are not telling you about something that happened within the family, within the friend group, within the soul tribe group. They're not telling you about it. They're holding back because they don't want you to feel betrayed or feel hurt or feel the pain or the sting of something coming to an end. Tell me what this is. Six of Swords. Somebody's moving. I feel like somebody's moving on. Four of Swords as they thought about it for a while. And the Nine of Cups. They're moving on to something. It could be a divorce, or a member of your family might be moving out of the city. Seven of Wands here. It feels like they've been keeping it to themselves. What's around the corner? Somebody's standing up finally and saying it. Standing up for themselves and saying it. We've got the Eight of Cups. We've got the King of Wands, and we've got the Nine of Pentacles. It does feel like somebody that you've been disconnected from, who is now taking some sort of chance, or making some sort of move, or moving forward, or being motivated to do something on their own, to become single, or to do something by themselves, build a business perhaps. Then we have the Three of Pentacles. It feels like it's affecting a partnership, a community, a family, people that you saw them before. Now you saw them as people who were cooperative and collaborative, but now you feel on the outside looking in. So it feels like everyone else knew about it and you didn't. All right. Got Scorpio, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, Virgo. We've got Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Sagittarius energy, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, and Leo. Yeah, lots of air. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Leo is on the bottom of the deck. All right. Scorpio, get some tea. How are you, Scorpio? Thanks so much for clicking here. Scorpio, if you're interested in a private read, I'm doing them live now. Also live, but also pre-recorded. If you're interested, please look in the pinned comment below, or you can go back to the beginning of this reel to find more information. Excuse me. It's a week and a half later, and I'm still coughing from that flu I had. Crazy. All right, Scorpio, for the next 7 days. Sneak peek for this week, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Scorpio, we've got Justice in the reverse. We've got the Judgment card. We've got the Two of Wands. And we've got the Eight of Swords. Scorpio, it feels like there is a decision that is being made. Someone is finally, after holding back, thinking about it, not really making a decision. It feels like somebody is finally making a decision to take action, but I don't think it's something that works out in your favor. I feel like you see it as an injustice. It feels like somebody's moving on to a different time in their life, a different path in their life. It's a really important decision that was left up to somebody else. And that person, I feel, is making the decision that's probably best for them and not necessarily best for you. It could be a legal thing that is maybe not said in your favor, something you don't get any justice on. It does feel like it's a really big decision, though. And it feels like it's, I'm going to say be prepared, because it feels like it's not something, it's going to put you in the Eight of Swords. You're not going to be happy about it. It's going to make you feel like your hands are tied. There's nothing I can do from here. Tell me about Justice in the reverse. We've got the Three of Cups. We've got the Temperance card. And we have the Lovers. Somebody is making a decision. Three of Cups. It feels like other people are in on the decision or are influencing the decision that they're making. The Temperance card tells me that somebody is making this particular decision because it is going to bring balance to something. The Lovers is here. It could be talking about a choice, but it also could be about a connection. It could be about a relationship that possibly someone in a moment of alchemy or a moment of clarity, wanting to do the best thing for the social group or for the people that are around them, or possibly people are in their ear telling them what to do. It feels like the universe says, yes, it is time to do the thing that they're talking about. I say yes to the Lovers, but the Three of Cups tells me that there's other people in somebody's ear, and that the judgment that they're making here is something that does not work out in your favor. So this could be somebody that you know, or this could be you in this Lovers energy here. We've got the Three of Wands, the Nine of Cups, and the Hermit energy. I've thought about it. I want to be happy. I've got to move forward in my life. It does feel like either you're going to hear about somebody in your social group, in your friend group, who is broken up and somebody's decided they're just going to move forward, or this could be you. I mean, take it as it resonates. I mean, if your relationship is fine and it's working out fine at this time, I'm going to say just because some lady in Canada said that there's a problem in your relationship and someone might break up with you, it doesn't necessarily make it true. You have to look at your own situation and find out, is this something that you've been feeling? Is this something that you thought was coming? Have you been suspicious about this? So if all of those answers are no, then I'm not reading about you. Tell me about the Nine of Cups and the Hermit. We've got the Devil energy here. It really does feel like somebody's not making the best decision. Somebody's not making the best decision. They're making the decision that is the best for them. It feels like best ales, wines, and spirits. They might have made a decision while they were out drinking with friends. Like maybe they made a bad decision. And now it's going to affect the future. But it is something that is not going to make you happy. It's going to put you in the Eight of Swords. Tell me what this is. Somebody made a bad decision that is going to affect your future with somebody. It doesn't have to be romantic. We have the Queen of Cups, we have the Magician, we have the Knight of Swords. It does feel like the manipulation of emotional energy through words. When we have the Knight of Swords and the Devil together, it feels like somebody manipulated somebody else with their words. I feel like there's no justice for you because now this has changed everything. The Judgment card is here. It has changed everything for you, Scorpio. And I think that because you are Scorpio, if this is your reading, you would have already had an inkling, a feeling, intuition that something like this was going on. The outcome is the Five of Pentacles. It's the Four of Pentacles, and it's the Empress. The Emperor is here. Yep, it does feel like it is a divorce. It does feel like it's something that's come between two people. It does feel like something that happened while we were drinking too much. Somebody's going to try and play it off as that. Look, I was drinking too much. I didn't know what I was doing. It feels like somebody talked me into something. Someone is blaming it on somebody else. They're blaming it on the Devil, blaming it on the Knight of Swords. I moved too fast. I didn't think about it. I just said what I said, and it ended up manipulating my feelings. Or maybe someone here, their intention was to manipulate my feelings. This person's been keeping this from you. The Five of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles tells me that you completely disconnect, shut off, and shut down. You might be the Emperor or the Empress. I feel like you're about ready to move on here. Six of Swords is here. You could be the Empress or the Emperor. Take your pick. One's feminine, one's masculine. These two are divine counterparts. Tell me what is coming around the corner for Scorpio. We've got the Tower. Ooh, boy, the Sun. Yikes, and the King of Swords. Oh, that sort of is sort of an energy of a gut punch, is what it feels like here. It's like something comes into the light really quick. Honesty, truthfulness. Some sort of truth is coming into the light, and it's changing everything. It's shocking, is what it is. Yep, it is the truth. What's the truth, please? Something is over. The Four of Swords is in the reverse. The Eight of Cups is here. Somebody's disconnecting. Something is over. I'm just going to leave that right there. But listen, the Wheel of Fortune is on the bottom of the deck. This was destined. It was supposed to happen this way. Everything was supposed to change. Everything was supposed to change. So you didn't end up in regret for the rest of your life. I feel like there was competition. Somebody had someone in the DMs, and it might be someone who was speaking passionately to them. Oh boy. I don't like to deliver the bad news. I really don't. All right. So we've got Scorpio. We've got Gemini. We've got Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. We've got Gemini and Aries, Capricorn, Virgo, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, more Gemini energy. It does feel like somebody was being quite two-faced. And I'm not saying Gemini's two-faced, but it is duality. And we've got a lot of Gemini here. We've got Leo, we've got Scorpio, we've got Taurus and Libra, we've got Aries, we've got Libra, we've got Virgo and Pisces. Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, and Sagittarius energy. Speaking of Sag, let's find out what's going on for you. Fire family, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me all about Sag for the next 7 days. Tell me about Sagittarius, next 7 days. Sag, if you're interested in a private reading, they are open. Whether you want a pre-recorded reading or you would like a live reading, please go check my schedule over at Hipsy. The pinned comment has all the information that you need, or you can go roll back to the time-stamped information at the beginning of this video. Tell me about Sagittarius, what's coming up in the next 7 days. Sneak peek for this week. Tell me about Sag. Sag, we've got the Chariot. Something's about to have movement or is about to come into balance. Feels like something that was under the surface might be breaching the surface here. We have the Seven of Wands. Somebody is standing up to say something. They're defending themselves, defending their emotions, defending their feelings. We've got the Knight of Swords. They could be a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius. The Knight of Swords. Somebody's about to say something. It's like somebody is standing up to you. Not standing up to you, but they're standing up. They're bringing they're bringing their feelings from the bottom to the top. Something's about to breach the surface, and they're trying to get some sort of stability. Bring things back into balance here. We have the Seven of Cups. Oh boy. I feel like I just had to go, whew. The Seven of Cups is confusion. Feels like somebody is very confused. So it feels like somebody is just going to blurt something out to you, and it's going to be confusing for you. Something you didn't expect, somebody's just going to say it. It feels like it's something that they've been harboring or that's been under the surface, because the Chariot is Cancer. Cancer usually keeps their feelings under the surface. That's how I read it. And it feels like something is going to be said. They're just going to blurt it out, and it's going to be very confusing for you, because I feel like up to here that it feels like somebody was very defensive or keeping behind their boundary, or it feels like it's going to be very confusing. Whatever they say, they give you clarity, but it's going to confuse you because you're like, but wait a second. How is it that you feel that way and I didn't know about it? Like, it feels like that. Now, when I say feel that way, it could be about an argument you had, or it could be that somebody said, yeah, I'm totally down with the same political party, and then all of a sudden you realize they're not. Like, it feels like there's something that they were keeping under the surface because they didn't want you to be defensive in their presence. But it feels like they're just going to blurt something out here. Tell me about the Chariot. We've got the King of Pentacles. We've got the Wheel of Fortune. It feels like this is something you've been waiting to hear forever. Now it's finally coming back round. Now this is the time. And the Seven of Swords is here. Very interesting. Somebody's been keeping something from you here, Sag, that I feel they're now bringing to the surface. And when they do bring it to the surface, they're just going to say it. They're just going to blurt it out, and it's going to be very confusing because up till now they've been very quiet or behind the boundaries, very silent with you up till now. The Seven of Swords is they've been deceiving you. So the Wheel of Fortune being here tells me everything changes. With the information that comes to the surface, everything changes for you. It feels like the Seven of Swords doesn't really feel like deceit, but it does feel like somebody was concealing something or not telling you something, and they've been concealing it from you for quite some time. The Wheel of Fortune, of course, is divine timing. It is destiny. This is supposed to happen. It's supposed to change everything. It's going to change how you feel about them, and that could be good or bad, right? It's going to change how you feel about them, but maybe they've changed the way they feel about you. It feels like somebody has gone through some sort of a reassessment of the mind, like they've reassessed how they feel. It just took them a long time to get there. We've got the Page of Wands. You're about to get some sort of communication. What is this? Judgment and the Four of Cups. I feel like you made an offer to this person. It might have been an emotional offer, and I feel like they rejected it. They may have said to you, no, we're just friends. No, I don't feel that way. I feel like whatever you said to them really put them in this place of reassessing how they see you or think about you. So the Judgment card here is somebody is making a decision. The Page of Wands is here to reach out to you because they have decided they've made some sort of really big decision about the offer that you gave them maybe 4 months ago, could be 2 months ago, could be 1 month ago. It feels like you offered your emotions. Maybe you told them you liked them. Maybe you told them you fancied them in some way. It feels like this person communicating with you and blurting it out or telling you how they feel is really confusing, because this person, I feel like when you told them, they were like, but that's not how I feel. I think that we're just friends. And one more card. But the Judgment changes everything. Judgment and the Wheel of Fortune being here takes you on a completely different trajectory. It's like, okay, well, when this person told you that they didn't have the same feelings as you had, you're like, okay, well, if you tell me that, then I understand that we're not on the same path. So I'm going to go my own way. But it feels like now this information that you gave them, Justice is here. What is that? It just fell out of the deck. So it does feel like somebody has gone through a reassessment. Something is about to come together here. It's like a karmic moment. It's a moment of like this karmic wheel is here, right? So it feels like something is about to change. Tell me what this Justice is here. Now you got me all curious. We've got the Knight of Wands. Oh, the Ten of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles. Well, what's this then? I thought this was, this is the King of Pentacles. I thought it was the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles showed up here. The King of Pentacles still is the reassessor, though. This is the person who wants to settle down, though. So I feel like this Justice here with the Knight of Wands. So I feel like they're going to tell you, look, when I told you that I didn't have any interest in you, I lied. It feels like now they're trying to make things right, trying to come clean. The Knight of Wands being here tells me I'm really attracted to you, and I really do want something long-term, steady and stable with you. And I do want it, but it's going to take some time. It's going to take me some time. Do we have time? Well, that's a change of events. Tell me what the outcome is, please. We've got the Two of Pentacles. We have the Five of Wands, and we have the Four of Wands. The Ace of Wands is on the bottom of the deck. So I feel like the Nine of Wands being here, the Two of Pentacles is here. You're about to make a decision, but I feel like you're going to have to take this away and think about it, because I feel that initially this person rejected you or rejected your decision. And I feel like they're coming back to you now saying, look, I had time to think about it and I've changed my mind. I've changed how I feel. I changed the feeling of I really do want to settle down with you. You really give me comfort. You give me comfort. You're solid. You're sturdy. You're dependable. You're somebody who is very kind and loving. It feels like the Five of Wands tells me you need to make a decision now. But I feel like the Five of Wands being here is like, I don't really know. You're in indecision. This person wants to have something stable. The Four of Wands is here. They feel like you're a soulmate. They feel like They want to build something solid and sturdy. Can we work toward maybe moving in together? It feels like somebody now has changed their mind about how they feel about you, Sag. Around the corner, we do have the Ten of Swords. We have the Temperance card. And we have the Moon energy. Oh boy. Three of Pentacles. King of Cups. Okay. So Sagittarius, it does feel like somebody had to hit rock bottom, had to hit a point of burnout. It feels like this person was overthinking everything. And I feel like at the time that you told them how you felt about them, they were in the midst of this burnout. Ten of Swords is here. I feel like with Temperance being here and the Moon, that they were actually hiding how they felt. Because the actual answer was yes, but things aren't as they seemed with the Temperance card, because this person was in the middle of this mental burnout. It feels like you are friends with this person, or they said, look, I just want to be friends. But I feel like the King of Cups is telling me they did it with a poker face, but they have all these feelings under the surface for you. So I feel like this person's coming back round. It feels like that. They're coming back round, and they're going to say, look, I really am attracted to you. I feel like you are my Ten of Pentacles. I feel like we could work on this slowly. Are you still up for it? Do you still have feelings for me? Is the answer yes or no? Bottom of the deck, we have the Hierophant. So do you want the commitment or do you not? The World card is here. Feels like we need to close a chapter so we can begin a new one. So we have to close the friendship chapter. And if you'll forgive me for giving you a no at the beginning, that feels like I'm just going to say, it feels like a fixed sign thing. If you put the fixed sign on the spot, so if it went like this, Sagittarius, you sat down with this person and said, look, I've just got to be straight up with you. I have a lot of feelings for you, whether you're the feminine or the masculine. If you were dealing with a fixed sign, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, their immediate answer is going to be no. Whenever the fixed signs are put with their back against the wall, the first answer is always going to be no, because they don't have time to think about it. So I feel like this person wants to close a chapter and maybe open a chapter to move toward 10 Cups and the Hierophant. They want to try and see, can we move slowly towards having this 10 Cups together? They're going to make you a counter offer. They're going to make you an offer. Oh, Sag. His life, what would life be without a little drama? All right, we've got Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. We've got the Moon, Pisces, and Cancer again. We've got Virgo energy. We've got Libra. We've got Virgo and Pisces. We've got Gemini energy. We've got Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. Sagittarius is here as well as Aries and Leo. And we've got Cancer and Taurus energy. All right, then. You gotta let me know. That's pretty cool. All right. Let's talk about you, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Caps. Cappies. Tell me about Capricorn, please. Capricorn, if you are interested in a private read, please know that the readings are open, and whether you want that reading to be live or pre-recorded, I'm doing both of those. If you want a live reading, you can go over and look at my timetable right now that's on Hipsy, or you can email me and we can work something out. Tell me about Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising. Ooh, Venus and Jupiter. Okay, we got the Four of Swords. Something is coming to stability this week for you. We've got the Queen of Cups. We've got the Star, and we have the Four of Cups in the reverse. There is some sort of emotional stability here. Something is going to heal itself this week. It's going to feel more healed. I feel like somebody here is coming out of their comfort zone and feeling far more healed than they were before. They're ready to come out of their comfort zone. That could be you or somebody else, but it feels like somebody is showing up with very stable feelings, stable emotional feelings, and maybe they were somebody who was maybe kind of erratic in their feelings. They're showing up full of love and compassion and kindness and healing, and that could be you. It could be somebody else. Tell me about the Four of Swords. We've got the Ace of Wands. Somebody wants to take a step forward, try something new, offer something exciting. We've got the Princess of Pentacles, who is the Page. There is an exciting offer showing up here. And it feels like it comes after a time that somebody was very quiet with you, very silent with you. They could be somebody who is thinking about something. It could be a Scorpio, a Pisces, a Cancer, maybe an Aquarius, maybe. We've got the Two of Swords. There is a decision that they were making. So I feel like if there was somebody here who was very silent with you, very quiet with you, I feel like somebody here was trying to stable their emotions or steady their emotions before they spoke with you. We've got 4 and 2 swords is 6. Somebody wants movement forward and they're going to make some sort of an exciting offer. So this could be a job. This could be love. This could be, it is an exciting offer of some sort here. But somebody felt like they had to get themselves stable emotionally, mentally, before they gave you some sort of an emotional offer here. Tell me what's going on with Capricorn. We've got the Prince of Pentacles, and that is the Knight. The Knight has 3 pentacles above their head, 3 above their head, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 9 pentacles. This Knight might be somebody who has been single for a while. We've got the King of Swords in the reverse. They may have said, look, I just want to be single. I don't want to be dealing in relationships. It feels like somebody here wasn't thinking, how can I say, they were feeling too emotional to be able to say something to you. The King of Swords in the reverse is somebody who's not listening to their intuition, somebody who's not head over heart, somebody who's kind of confused about how they're feeling or thinking about something here. And then we have the Devil here. I feel like this person stayed quiet because they didn't want to hurt your feelings. They didn't want to say something immediately. It feels like this has been taking a long time, that someone has been very quiet, but they're about to come out of this place of the 4 of Cups, which is where, it's kind of a comfort zone or a place where I'm trying to get stable in my emotions. It feels like somebody didn't want to say something they would regret. They didn't want to say something mean or rude. They didn't want to say something that would make themselves look terrible. It feels like they wanted to move at it slowly. So you could be the person who wanted to move at it slowly. I don't want to give you an emotional answer right now. The Devil is here, though. It feels like codependency, or maybe we were drinking at the time. Maybe you're like, look, we've had too much to drink. I'm not giving you an answer. It could be that. We have the King of Cups. Yeah, you gave them the stoic face, or they gave you the stoic face. It does feel like we have 2 people here who match in energy. They mirror each other. And so it feels like you two were stoic, but I feel like you both are very connected emotionally, psychically, empathically. I feel like it might have been because the Devil is here with the King of Swords in the reverse. Somebody's like, I don't want to say anything right now because I don't want to regret what I'm going to say. Let me think about it. The Knight of Pentacles is here. Let me think about it first, please. And because you didn't hear from them, maybe you thought, okay, well, I'm not going to hear from them. They're not going to make their decision. Tell me what the decision is. They want to move forward here. They're doing it slowly. They're doing it carefully. This person has a worry that you're going to hurt them, or maybe you have a worry that they're going to hurt you. But we do have the Wheel of Fortune here. Somebody here wants to go at it really slowly, but they do want to change. They're trying to change this 9 of Wands. They're trying to change the way they feel about relationships, or it does feel relationship related with all these cups here. It feels like the 9 of Swords is telling me that somebody here has been stuck in their head trying to make a decision, and I feel like they finally do make a decision. They finally do. Yeah, they do want to move forward, and the Wheel of Fortune is about things that are changing. I've changed my attitude. I've changed my mind. This is divine timing. I feel like that's why the silence was here, because this person was listening to the universe. Because if we're dealing in Kings and Queens of Cups here, we're dealing with people who are listening for the right time, listening to their intuition, right? Waiting for the right time to say something. Tell me what the outcome is for Capricorn. We've got the Temperance card. We've got the Hermit. Yeah, it was very quiet, I think. It was very quiet. And we've got the High Priestess. So somebody was trying to search within their intuition. Look, I feel like you are the Empress. I feel like you are the Empress. I feel like they had a lot of feelings for you. The 6 of Swords, they did want to move forward with you. I'd called the 6 Swords here, and it shows up in the future. And the Eight of Cups is here. They disconnected from you because they're very serious about you with the Hierophant. They're very serious about you, and they didn't want to hurt your feelings by saying the wrong thing. Three of Cups with the Three of Swords. Yep. They didn't want to say the wrong thing. They didn't want to say yes or no. Look, I could be reading from your point of view. Take it as it resonates. When it's a general reading, it could be from their point of view or yours. You'll flip it if you need to. But it feels like somebody here didn't want to say something that would damage their reputation or damage the way the Empress looked at them. So their intention was to move forward, but the High Priestess is here. They went inward so they could listen for their answer. Meditation. They went silent. They're somebody who is trying to make a decision quietly, and they feel like the answer is yes because Temperance is here. Tell me what's around the corner here, please, for Capricorn. Got the Prince of Swords, who is the Knight. We have the Queen of Wands, and then we have the King of Pentacles. So it does feel like somebody is about to make a big, bold move here, and they're just going to say it. I feel like they've thought about it, and now they're just going to say it. They're going to make a bold move. I feel like with the King of Pentacles here, that somebody does want to support you, move forward with you slowly, someone who wants to do this slowly, dependable. Can we find a place of stability together? And we have the Eight of Wands. And once we find this stability, this is your energy, right? Once I find that I can trust you, once I have stability, it feels like then we can move things forward a little quicker here. Six of Cups. You're going to realize that this person is a soulmate energy for you. Five of Wands here in the future with the Emperor. So I feel like the Emperor has been fighting themselves, it feels like. Because the Emperor has to be really sure about what they're deciding, right? We already did see the Empress here. So they have to be really sure because they don't want to end up giving their whole empire over to someone who's not going to be careful with it. The Empress would be careful with it, right? So I feel like we're dealing in Emperor and Empress. Maybe you're the feminine or the masculine, but it feels like somebody was fighting themselves, fighting their feelings, fighting the fact that we are actually soulmates. And I do want to move this thing forward here, move this thing forward is what it looks like here. All right, let's take a look at these signs here. We do have Scorpio energy here. Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. We've got Capricorn, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius, Virgo. We've got Aquarius energy. We've got Piscean energy, more Virgo energy, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, as I said, and Sagittarian energy. All right. Aquarius, your readings have been a little wild lately, Aquarius. Let's find out. Let's find out what's going on for you. Gosh, I love my matcha. Cinnamon roll matcha. Woo! Good. All right. A little bit of MCT oil. All right. Let's find out what's going on for you, Aquarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about the next 7 days. Sneak peek for this week for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Aquarius, if you're interested in a private read, you know what to do. Roll back to the beginning of this video to get more details. At the pinned comment is where the more of the details are, whether you want a live or a pre-recorded private read. Tell me what's going on here with Aquarius. Aquarius, something is about to pick up speed. Look, when we run at things, when things go quickly, they have a tendency to get a little bit wobbly. Even if you're on a motorcycle, right? If you go too fast, you're at risk of falling off, getting hurt. Tell me why the Knight of Wands is here. We've got the Eight of Cups. Disconnection, walking away. What is this? Eight of Cups. Three of Pentacles. And the Four of Swords. Is that right? The Three of Swords here. So I feel like there is attraction here with a friend. It feels like, just going to say for some of you, the Three of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands for me specifically is a friends with benefits thing. So for some of you, it could be that. I feel like it feels, all I'm just trying to be careful with my words. So it feels like there's an attraction here. There's an attraction to a friend, somebody that you would call a friend. So someone that you have not, for some of you, you have not done the friends with benefits thing, but there's a friend that you have a great attraction to. This person is somebody who I feel makes you feel balanced. The Three of Pentacles is about cooperation, collaboration. This is someone that you met in a social group, in a community. This is somebody who possibly is in the workplace for some of you. But it does feel like this person is really cooperative. This person is somebody who really grounds you, I want to say. This is somebody who you have been quiet with, though. The Eight of Cups is detachment of the feelings. I feel like you're trying to take your feelings out of it, or you're trying to detach from your emotions in order to look at it logically. The Four of Swords is about stability of the mind. I really want to make a decision, but I don't want to hurt anybody. You can see the Three Swords here, Three Swords here. Three Swords is about heartbreak. It can be about disappointment. I don't want to hurt anybody. And it feels like with the one sword in the hand, that possibly I'm trying to make a decision about how to say it or what to say. But I feel like you don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. You don't want to breadcrumb anybody. You don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. That's what it feels like here. And so I think that you are sort of looking at it more detached from your emotions and more logically with the Four of Swords here. I feel like you've been sleeping on it or you've been meditating on it. Tell me why. Tell me about this Knight of Wands here. Ooh, what's this? I just jumped right up and did a spin in the air. We got the Fool here. So, what else do we got here? We've got the Chariot. Oh, submerged feelings is what it is, Aquarius. Judgment in the reverse. Okay. So the Fool is some sort of new chapter here. It's a new chapter. It's taking a leap of faith. It's an educated leap of faith. I feel like that's why we've got this energy here, that you took your emotions out of it or detached with your emotions so you could look at this logically. Because I feel like you already have a partnership or a friendship with this person, and I feel like you're being very careful because that's an Aquarius thing, that you're being very careful. And so we have the Fool. The Fool is the beginning of the Major Arcana series, right? From the beginning to the end of the World card. And so I feel like you're ready to take some sort of a leap of faith, but it feels like you have a really hard time showing your emotions. It feels like you're very comfortable when it comes to swords, being logical, being truthful and honest, being stoic on the surface. It feels like you're very comfortable there. But the Chariot here is telling me that it feels like when you get around this person, it all goes out the window. It feels like you keep your feelings under the surface because you don't know how to say what you want to say without it looking like you're just coming for the fire. And when I say coming for the fire, the Knight of Wands can be someone who doesn't give much stability, but only shows up for the passion. So I feel like you don't want it to look like that. We've got the Judgment card in the reverse. I feel like there is somebody out here who's misjudging you. Because I feel like because you look so stable and sturdy, because you are stoic and disconnected from this emotional part of it, I feel like somebody is misjudging you. I think that they think you're not interested, but I feel like it's a misjudgment. And it's only because you're really good at keeping your feelings under the surface here. Tell me more. We've got the Hanged Man. So I feel like you're somebody who likes to gain perspective, that you are right now trying to get stability, right? We've got this person making the figure 4, and then we have the Four of Swords here. You're thinking it out is what you're doing. You didn't want to answer right away. You don't want to give an immediate answer. And so I feel like you've gotten a different perspective on it, though. It feels like you've thought about it and you're getting some sort of different perspective, and you are, it's like you're having a realization about what you want for your life. Because this is the tree of life that the Hanged Man is hanging from. Try and get perspective about what I want in my life. What's going to give me the best balance? You've got the Seven of Cups, but your emotions are overwhelming. It feels like maybe you have a lot of decisions to make, or maybe you have a lot of emotional opportunities. So you're not really sure what sort of decision to make from here. I feel like you will figure it out. The Ace of Swords is here, which tells me that you probably want to communicate with this person and tell them this. I feel like you want to tell them, look, I'm not ignoring you. I'm just not really sure what to do. I'm not really sure what to do with this perspective that I have. I'm not really sure what I want for my life. I'm kind of confused. I'm in a place in my life where I'm confused emotionally about what I want. And so the Ace of Swords is here, and the Ace of Swords is the sword of truth, but it's also clarity. It's also being honest and truthful here. Tell me more. We've got the Lovers. So I feel like you're at a place in your life here, Aquarius, where you have a lot of opportunities emotionally. It feels like you're trying to make a choice. This is the person that I'm speaking with could be a Gemini, they could be a Pisces, or have one of those placements. They could have Virgo, possibly Cancer. It feels like that there is somebody here that you've shared hugs with, possibly. We have two people hugging, right? It does feel like we've got Cupid with a bow here. I feel like you're trying to make a decision, an emotional decision, that you have a lot of emotional opportunities or options here, and you just want to be clear, honest, and truthful with somebody here who I feel that you think that they are somebody who's very special to you, because the Lovers only shows up when the universe sends you somebody. It's not just someone you've decided on, it's someone you're connected to in a way that you can't disconnect from. Tell me more about the truth you want to give to this person here. We've got the Five of Wands. It is about you beating yourself up about giving this person an answer. We've got the Nine of Swords. It is worrying you. And we've got the Magician. I feel as though there's a worry about the future. And I don't think it so much has to do anything with the Lovers as it does with the Seven of Cups. It feels like you're in a place in your life right now where you have to make some pretty big decisions. You've got to release some things that the thing is I feel that you're manifesting some things, and as those manifestations show up, you're realizing that you've got to make some changes. So you're manifesting something, which I believe is an emotional connection to somebody who you've been trying to fight your feelings with. It feels like you've been trying to fight your feelings. Oh, I can't fight my feelings anymore, is what I'm hearing. Come crashing through the door. Honey, I can't fight my feelings anymore. I feel like you've been overthinking this like crazy. I feel like you're exhausted. I feel like you're burnt out with the overthinking here. I feel like you want to communicate with this person, but you're just not exactly sure what to say. Something here has popped. What is this? King of Swords is your energy. We've got the Six of Wands. And the Strength card. So you are holding back. You're holding back from this person that I feel they get a lot of attention. A lot of attention from people. They might be very busy. You might be watching them from someplace. Maybe they have a platform. Maybe you live in the neighborhood. But it feels like this King of Swords here is, I feel like you've been watching somebody work. Maybe you work at their workplace. Somebody who gets a lot of attention from people. It feels like you've been holding back saying what you want to say. Tell me what the outcome is for Aquarius. We've got the Nine of Wands in the reverse. We've got the Temperance card, and we've got the Knight of Pentacles. Nine of Wands in the reverse. You're about to come out from behind the fear wall. Temperance is, it's a moment of alchemy. It's time for me to get balance. It's time for me to speak about what makes me feel balanced emotionally. It's time for me to stop going back and forth and back and forth. It's time to make a decision. I've been trying to make this decision for a while with the Knight of Pentacles. Tell me what's around the corner for Aquarius, please. We've got the High Priestess in the reverse. Something is going to be revealed. Ooh, the Tower's here with the Three of Cups in the reverse. When the Three of Cups shows up in the reverse to me, it's like, first of all, it's not any fun because it's not celebratory, but the Three of Cups tells me that you're breaking up a third party, which tells me that you probably have other options in love or emotions, and I feel like there's going to be some sort of a realization for you this week as to what you want, and you will reveal that with the High Priestess in the reverse. I feel like you've been quiet with somebody, maybe multiple people, because we do have the Seven of Cups, and I feel like this week is the week where you finally make the decision. There is a decision about breaking up a third party. And what I mean by that is you might just be speaking to multiple people. I don't think it's anything terrible or awful. I think that you're speaking to multiple people and you're trying to decide who is the best person for your future is what you're trying to decide. I think that this week with the Tower, that you are going to get an answer. The Tower is usually the breaking down of an illusion. It's a shock or a shift. And in this case, it's a shift in your emotions or in your mindset here. Six of Pentacles. It feels like you're going to start breadcrumbing one and start giving more of your attention to another. I feel like you're making some sort of a decision, and when you do, it feels like the person that you're not really interested in anymore is the one you're going to move away from slowly, and the one that you are interested in is the one you're going to give all your attention to. That's what it feels like here, and it's for your inner happiness, which I love. I've got the Page of Swords. Whoever it is the person you've been watching. Feels like this is telling me you've been watching. So it's somebody that you've been watching. So maybe that's from a distance. Maybe that's you work with them. Feels like it's somebody that you've been observing. We do have Sagittarius. We have Gemini and Aries. We have more Gemini energy. We have Scorpio, Pisces. We've got Virgo and Pisces, Cancer, Leo, Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. We've got more Aries energy, Sagittarius. Yeah. All right. All right. Here we are, Pisces. Let's get it done. Let's find out what's going on with my water family, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Pisces for this week, please. Sneak peek for this week with Pisces. Next 7 days, Pisces. What's coming up for Pisces in the next 7 days, please? Tell me about Pisces. What's coming up in the next 7 days for the water family, my two fishes friends. Pisces, if you're interested in a private read, they are open, whether you want that pre-recorded or live. Please check the pinned comment. We do have the Two of Swords. You are tasked with making some sort of really hard decision this week. Two of Swords is this or that. Twos are always about decisions, but to me the swords are about a hard decision. It's final. It could be cutting. Swords are double-edged, right? Two of Swords, taking your shot at something here. Got the Three of Pentacles. You could be making a decision about the workplace, about work, about some sort of a partnership or a friendship. Could be a decision you're making about a community group or a network that you belong to. We've got the King of Cups. We've got the Page of Pentacles. I feel like somebody is going to be making an offer to you this week. It's a small offer. It feels like it's a solid one, though. I'm just going to say a solid emotional offer in being made face-to-face in the 3D. It feels like you're going to be tasked with making some sort of a decision as you get an offer from the King of Cups. Now, the thing is this, is the King of Cups is here. And the King of Cups is the one who plays it stoic. If they like you or have feelings for you, you probably don't know. So I feel like you're going to be sort of maybe shocked or surprised. I won't be surprised if some of those cards show up in your reading today. But it feels like there is, with this Page of Pentacles, it feels like somebody here is making a solid emotional offer, and I think it might come to you as a bit of a surprise, because I think that this person is either a friend or a colleague or somebody who is that you have a partnership with, so maybe you work with them possibly. We have the Seven of Pentacles. We have the Four of Pentacles. And we have the High Priestess. Bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Wands. So I definitely think you're getting communication this week. We've got a couple of pages, and pages are always usually the messengers. I feel like the message you're getting is coming in the 3D, so face-to-face most likely. The decision you have to make is how much work are you really willing to put in on this, Pisces? Am I really willing to work? Like, maybe this is just too much work. Like, that's what it feels like. The Four of Pentacles is, somebody here holds back. They're always silent with you. They're not a very good communicator. It feels like this person is coming to you finally after being very stoic and keeping their feelings under the surface and making an offer. But I feel like you're wondering, is this more work than I'm really up for? The Seven of Pentacles being here, right, is putting in a lot of hard work on something. It's also, throwing the seeds of intention and then putting a lot of hard work into nurturing something. But the Four of Pentacles here, which is kind of like holding back or shut off or shut down because of the High Priestess. I feel like your intuition is on high and you're like, this is going to be a lot of work. Like, do I really want to do all this work? I feel that you're listening to your intuition, but your intuition is kind of telling you, don't give an answer, hold back. Or keep it close to your chest for now. Don't take your shot immediately. Don't make your decision immediately. We've got the Five of Cups, or you might regret it. If you make a quick and immediate decision, you may regret it here. Also, I think the Five of Cups is telling me that maybe I do want to make a decision because I don't want to regret it. I don't want to regret what I didn't do. The Chariot is here. So I feel like part of the reason that it feels like there's some distance here. So either there's some distance, this person lives a distance from you, maybe they travel a lot. It feels like we're going to have to try and keep things in order, keep things balanced, right? Because the white horse and the dark horse, the feminine and masculine energies, we're going to try and keep this all balanced and hope it doesn't fall into disrepair with the Five of Cups. Hopefully, I feel like that's why you think that this is going to be a lot of work, because this person could like travel abroad for work, or they could do a lot of traveling for work, or you could live a distance from this person and you're wondering, am I really willing to put my time and effort into a long distance relationship? The Five of Cups is here, but if I don't, will I regret not making the decision? You could be dealing with a Cancer. We do have the Page of Cups here. This is something that's very new. I think someone is going to give you some type of an offer here. We've now seen the three pages, right? We saw the Page of Wands on the bottom of the deck, which is the future energy, which is somebody contacting you. Now we have the Page of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. So I feel like your struggle here is about between emotions and practicality. It feels like you are listening to your intuition here, but it feels like there's somebody here who's not a great communicator, and it feels like it's going to be a lot of work. It feels like somebody holds back on their intuition or saying something here, and you're dealing with the King of Cups, who is emotionally available and aware and all of that stuff, but they're also somebody who's quite stoic, somebody who you can't really read on the surface. And I think that that's been the problem from the beginning here. We've got the Three of Wands. It does feel like this person wants to make an offer for the future. They may want you to travel with them. They may want you to come on adventures with them. That might be the offer. Look, I do have to travel for work, but maybe you can travel with me. Look, I do have to be away for a while, but maybe you can come and visit me there, wherever there is, right? We have the World card. We have the Three of Cups. And we have the Six of Wands. So I feel like there is going to be a decision made. I feel like you will make a decision. It feels like that this person is a friend or a friend that you have a lot of deep feelings for. And I feel like the World card is telling me something is coming to an end, or a chapter is ending here. Or maybe it's a milestone or an achievement, but it feels like the Three of Cups is what comes right after the World. So it feels like we close a chapter, but then we move into something that's really exciting. You start getting a lot of attention. Maybe there's a lot of communication going back and forth. It's victory. It's like you're getting what you want. This person is coming back from the fight or the war, and they're finally going back home. And they're feeling good. They're on their high horse. It's like you're very excited. I want to say with the Three of Cups and the Six of Wands, this makes you completely excited. You've decided that you're going to close a chapter, end something, but you're going to begin something really exciting here. Tell me what the outcome is for Pisces, please. This person may, if they usually travel, may delay their travel plans. They may decide they're not going on their travel if you say yes. Tell me about the outcome. We've got Temperance. Boy, Temperance is coming up in the outcome a lot. I feel like something is healed here. There's no more going back and forth. We now have the answer. Now things are stable and they're beginning to heal themselves. The Tower is here. It does feel like it's a shocking thing. Like I think I said that at the beginning. It does feel like it shocks you. It's a decision that you have to make that I didn't think you thought you'd have to make. And I feel like this opportunity that comes from the King of Cups is something that shocks you. Because you couldn't read them, you thought that they just didn't have a feeling. But in fact, they were harboring really deep feelings, as apparent with the Chariot and the King of Cups. So we have the Tower, and we have the Eight of Wands. Shocking movement. Shocking movement forward. Shocking that someone is showing you their emotions. It's like someone turned on the taps and boom, here it comes. It feels like this person goes from not showing you anything to being really, really emotional. It feels like you can't even hold back. They can't hold back the tears. They can't hold back the emotions. The Eight of Wands, as everything starts to move really quickly. The Tower, I feel, is a shocking realization that somebody has had here, that they have overflowing emotions for you here. Tell me what's around the corner for Pisces. We have the Magician, we have the Knight of Swords, and we have the Two of Pentacles with the Nine of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. The Magician and the Knight of Swords tells me this person says all the right things. The Knight of Swords is the person who just throws it out there, right? Is sort of a aggressive with their words. Come on, make a decision. Can you make a decision? It feels like the Magician tells me that they talk you into it, or they're like, come on, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. We'll keep everything in balance. I promise you we'll keep everything in balance. I promise you that we'll keep communication open. Nine of Pentacles. We can build this. We can build this. It feels like this person, what they admire about you the most, Pisces, is that you are, I would say that you are someone that is sort of effortless in the way that you look, in your confidence. I feel like this person knows that you can take care of yourself. They don't really have to baby you, or you know what I mean, that they know that you're someone who takes care of yourself, and so they feel very confident that in your confidence, I'm gonna say. Empress, they see all of your worth. We've got the Queen of Swords. What they're hoping is that you're not going to say no. I feel that they're hoping that you are the natural match. I feel like there is a connection here, though, that's undeniable, that you can't stop thinking about them. They can't stop thinking about you. Queen and King of Cups, they do share a psychic connection. I feel like this person is... I feel like that they're being honest with you because they know that you are the Queen of Swords, and they are somebody who is also very honest and truthful. It's like they don't beat around the bush. We've got Gemini here, we've got Libra here. They don't beat around the bush, right? The air signs don't beat around the bush. They just say it. So I feel like somebody's just going to say it in order to just get it off their chest and get some balance. But it also feels like they've been juggling their thoughts for such a long time. They see you as being full of potential, being creative, being beautiful or handsome, somebody who can bring stability, can be doting, can be loving, can anticipate their needs. They see you as somebody that has it all, like that has all of it. So I think that the Queen of Swords and the Five of Pentacles showing up is if you're going to say no, they just want you to cut them. They just want you to say it, because they're not about waiting. They're not about wondering. It feels like this person just wants you to say it. King of Cups energy, right? They just want you to say it, even though they've sort of harbored their feelings for a while. Yeah, it feels like this is emotionally overwhelming for them, and they just want an answer. They want to know, are you gonna try and step off the edge with me? Should we take a leap of faith together or not? Yeah, they want you to make a decision. Look, if you're gonna hurt me, just do it. Just cut me. Just do it and just let me know. They're going to want to ask you, they're going to want you to answer them on the spot, is what it is. So we do have Scorpio. We have Sagittarius a couple of times here. We've got Pentacles, so Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We've got Taurus, Libra here. We've got Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. It took them a long time to come forward with their excitement because they're a person who's not used to emoting on the surface. We do have Cancer energy. That tells me that their feelings have been buried a little bit. We also have Pisces up here. All right, I'm going to leave that right there. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I do appreciate you. I'm going to go for now, and I'll be back because I'm always back. You guys take care and enjoy your new week. Love ya. Bye-bye.